Just waiting for the stupid thing to show up. Net. There we go. Okay, so we're up and live. Eastern Standard, 88.8, 0.8%. Gold is up slightly, 14.14%. Silver down. Forex is up a little bit. Bitcoin's up 1%. The crypto 2.7%, so that's still strong. FTSE was up 1.55 and then 2.66 for the Nikkei. Okay, so knowing that, let's get into what we usually do, and let's go for our charts. So I'm not going to bother mentioning the shorts. There's just too many of them. There's not much you can do with them. I'm not a fan of shorts, just due to the fact that they will never serve you well. But we've talked about this one. The USD, Japanese yen, is strengthening, but it's still flat. It's long in place, not convincingly. We've talked about this yesterday about gold and whatever currency. Lots of shorts here. You just ignore those. Gold and whatever. But there is a theory that may work. So you can see all these currencies where gold is in. They're all shorts. A lot of them. Okay, so still looking for longs, man, and these are all excellent score. There's really nothing to really get excited about, but here is the one I want to talk about: the Hungarian euro against the Hungarian. This one is starting to prove itself. You can see that already. 355 from roughly December 18th. Now it's all the way up to 364. That's been pretty good. I called that, and here we are. So that one's a good one. Euro in New Zealand going nowhere. Again, these have been pretty reliable. This one's an interesting one. Euro in the Rand, South African Rand. I wouldn't touch that, but here we go. I've talked about this before. Hong Kong, 33. Or the markets for Hong Kong, we got two of them. This is the only markets that I've seen where there's a long call for. So I do think long Hong Kong, short term, looks good. I've also said that Asia is looking stronger. You can see here we got Hong Kong and Japanese yen. So that says something positive about Hong Kong as its own region. Netherlands, this comes up, but it's still a short. Too choppy for that one. Here's another one, Singapore and Japanese yen. This is just to clarify what I've said, that the Japanese yen may start to strengthen. Okay, and you can see that here. USB 10-year Treasury short, while we have weakness in the U.S. markets. I keep saying these should be higher, and it just goes to show for an excellent score. And we're on the last one actually, where we should be seeing these U.S. bonds, U.S. Treasury, to be much higher. But because of the stimulus, the only real benefit are the American markets. But you know, they're bringing it out, they're rolling it out, and you see, I just showed you on Yahoo Finance how weak the markets have been. So the question is, it was last night the U.S. futures were up, but at the end of the day, it's down. So the stimulus may not be as effective as some may think. No matter the bigger it is, the worse it will be, because they've added roughly almost $10 trillion this year for 2020 on their books. Really bad, and you can see the markets are not looking good overall with the number of shorts here. There's one or two you may get out of the excellent as confirmed. That's not really good, because you want to see some picks to go after. We can see here the SPX 500 definitely short there. It's been not really performing. You can see these are even on a one-day chart, it's steadily moving up, but I think there's going to be some form of a catalyst. I mean, it's gone from 2,400 roughly, what's the 2474 all the way up to 3,700. That's a huge increase, but we're now at the peak probably. When you look at The 2 hour, it's been very low volume comparatively to here in November. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be too excited about the U.S. markets. I think it's running out of gas. Again, here the UK 100, same story. Shorts. Again, US 30. Again, this is even worse for the. Actually, no. This is the top 30 U.S. stocks out there. British pound against the US dollar. Again, shorting. The British pound, we had a slight long. I wouldn't even think about that. British pound against Canadian dollar. Yes, I do think that this is a potential place to be as USD and Japanese yen. This is what I talked about before. How do you know you have a strong currency? Gold in Australia, we got a long on that. We went through a whole slew of ones that basically had shorts. So I'm going to look for any gold in Australia up here and see. But again, I forgot to go over this one. This one I thought would look good because it had a long-term upswing. Now there's a short on it. So again, this is the Australian New Zealand. I thought that there would be some potential there. So we looked at here the USB 10-year, man, US 30 short there. Again, we talked about this. The USD Japanese yen looks good. I've apparently signed 60, or they got 60 trade deals to work off of. So they're renewing them. And if they sign up Australia, New Zealand, Britain's going to look good too. So here, let me just see what we got with Canada. Canada, gold and Canadians, that's all weak there. Gold here, you got gold. Let's see. So we got 1 out of 3 longs for gold and Japanese yen. Okay, that's a weakness, sign of weakness there. Again, gold in New Zealand. Again, you got 2. Here's another one where the Singapore dollar is starting to prove itself as well, because we've already looked at Singapore and Japanese yen. There's some longs there. So okay, so let me take that back. So we got 3 calls. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to take that back. So 1 out of 3 calls were long for gold and Singapore dollar. So when you look at the New Zealand, that's still pretty convincing. All right, so XAG. Now we're getting into silver and Swiss franc and euro. Those are shorts. Oh yeah, yeah. Man, there's just so many shorts. Here we have euro in Australia. So that is possible. That could be a real long. Euro against Australia or Canada, no. Now we're starting to move into the Scandinavian countries. I was hoping to see more of these lately, but it's only Hungary that's been proven to be the one where there has been some growth in the price. So here we got euro with the Danish. So that was a long there I just mentioned. So again, we have this Hong Kong Japanese yen. I do think that is possible. If you look at the 1 day, let's see how it's been doing. Been flat and just going nowhere. Okay, so here we have Singapore 30. There's another market call. So between Hong Kong, Singapore, and maybe not Japan markets, but Japanese currency, because it's looking. Here I find it quite odd. We've got Taiwan, once again in US dollar here, been holding its own, but we've got a short call here, but that's kind of meaningless. Here term, that is. So anyone wanting to bet or to short on the US, you'll probably make a good kind of chunk of change. So once again, we have the Hungarian here. Really wicks. Actually it has a short call there. Let me go back to Poland. So Poland again has a long. So Poland, maybe it's possible, but Hungary for sure. Again, we talked about the SPX 500. Again, same thing. And we have a 10-year treasury. Oh, we have a long on that. Again, I just don't feel really confident about the States right now. All right, so we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Have yourselves a good day.